Imagine a farm that never sleeps, a farm where the most back-breaking, repetitive tasks, the spraying, the seeding, the scouting, are handled with surgical precision, 24 hours a day, without a single human driver behind the wheel. For decades, we've been told that agriculture is a labor-intensive industry. We've been told that to get more food, you need more hands. But in 2026, that narrative has completely collapsed. We are facing a global labor crisis, extreme climate volatility, and razor-thin profit margins. But there is a silent revolution happening in the soil. New data shows that large-scale operations shifting to autonomous fleets aren't just saving time, they are cutting operational costs by up to 40%. This isn't a prototype, it's an economic shift. Today, we're going to break down the agroeconomics of the autonomous farm, why the math is finally working, how it's saving millions in input costs, and why the future of agriculture has moved from muscle to intelligence. To understand the value of a robot, you first have to understand the cost of a human. In the modern agricultural economy, labor is the most volatile variable in your spreadsheet. Think about the traditional harvest window. It's a short, high-stress period where weather, crop ripeness, and workforce availability must perfectly align. If you miss that window by even 48 hours, you're looking at massive spoilage and revenue loss. For years, the only solution was to throw money at the problem: higher wages, more transport, more management. But as the global workforce shifts, farms in North America, Europe, and beyond are finding that they simply cannot hire enough people. This is the human bottleneck. When you can't scale your workforce, you can't scale your revenue. This is why autonomous farming isn't a luxury, it's a survivability strategy. It allows the farm to decouple production from the availability of human hands. If you look at the tech from 5 years ago, it was about GPS-guided steering. It was just a tractor following a line. But in 2026, we've entered the age of physical AI. These machines are not just moving, they are deciding. They use a combination of real-time computer vision and edge computing. They can scan a leaf, identify a specific pest or weed species in milliseconds, and deploy a pinpoint dose of input or mechanical weeding before the machine has even finished passing the plant. This is where the efficiency gap widens. Traditional spraying is macro management. You treat the whole field because you don't know where the weeds are. Autonomous farming is micromanagement. You treat every single plant as an individual, maximizing growth and minimizing chemical waste. Let's talk about the numbers, the agroeconomics of it all. Where does that 40% cost reduction actually come from? It's a three-part equation. First, input optimization. When you use autonomous precision sprayers, you're not just saving on the cost of the chemical, you're saving on the logistics of storage, the environmental footprint, and the time spent refilling. We are seeing chemical usage drops of up to 80% on some industrial operations. Second, equipment utilization. A human operator works 8 to 10 hours a day. An autonomous fleet works until the battery dies or the job is done. By removing the shift change, you are effectively doubling your equipment's productivity without buying a second machine. Third, the payback period. 5 years ago, an autonomous system was an R&D experiment. Today, with the skyrocketing costs of labor and the precision benefits of these machines, the payback period on an autonomous investment has dropped to between 3 and 5 years. For an industrial farm, that is an incredibly healthy ROI. But the true value of these robots isn't just what they do, it's what they know. Every autonomous machine is a roving sensor. It is collecting data on soil moisture, nutrient density, pest populations, and growth rates. It creates a digital twin of your land. This data turns the farm into a decision support system. Instead of guessing when to plant or how much fertilizer to use, the farmer has a mathematical model. In 2026, the competitive advantage in agriculture is shifting. It's no longer about who has the biggest machine. It's about who has the best data layer. This data allows for better financing, better insurance rates, and higher yield consistency, which is the ultimate shield against climate volatility. Of course, it isn't perfect. We have to talk about the friction. Rural connectivity remains a challenge. If your fleet loses its link to the cloud, it loses its ability to react to changing conditions. And there's the human element. The farmer of 2026 is becoming a systems architect. They are managing software, maintaining sensors, and interpreting data. The learning curve is steep, and not every operation is ready to make that leap today. The autonomous revolution is not about replacing the farmer. It's about empowering them to move from manual labor to executive oversight. We are moving from the machine age to the data age of agriculture. The farms that succeed in the next decade will be the ones that integrate this intelligence into their foundation today. If you want to stay ahead of these industrial shifts, you're in the right place. At Agroeconomics, we break down the systems, the data, and the real-world ROI of the tech transforming our global industries. If you found this deep dive valuable, do us a favor. Hit the like button, leave a comment with your thoughts on autonomous machinery, and subscribe to the channel. It helps us keep this research-heavy content coming. And don't forget to share this with someone who needs to see the future of farming. We'll see you in the next episode.